Hi, welcome everyone to Heart of Philly, and today we at our Cichetteria 19 with chef and owner Andrea Rossi. Hi Andrea, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Karen.
It's a pleasure to be here because it's part of my natural roots too, from Italy, and all the food and the atmosphere that you offer here to your clients. So tell me about your restaurant. Tell me a little bit about yourself too, and what brought you to this area.
Well, I was just done opening up a place, helping a friends before I was making my way back to New York. And I came to have a glass of wine at this place, this location. And at the time it was Divino. It was a little wine bar. And when I came in, I saw the park, the people, the energy. I said, this place just bought me. I need to be here. And with that, a week later, I made an offer to the owner to buy the place because he wasn't happy, he needed to move to Italy, he had too many things to do, so he was trying to find somebody actually to take over the restaurant. So with that in mind, this place reminded me a little bit about the Venetian Cichetteria. And I have opened up during my professional life in the hospitality industry. I opened up a Neapolitan concept, French concept, American contemporary, you name it. So, but I never done something that actually was connected to my roots, which was a Cichetteria 19, and all the great things that I learned from my mom, which today actually happened to be here.
And Cichetteria means something in Italy. What does that mean?
Well, cicchetto basically is from the Latin language. It means something small. So it's a way for us Venetian not to get drunk so quickly.
Take your time.
Well, if you think about it, every time you drink something and you eat something, it's more likely you not to get buzzed or tipsy so quickly because you have a substance now that can handle the wine. So in Venice, or through Italy, but in Venice we believe that eating cicchetti and drinking, because we do that from 10 o'clock in the morning, it's a great way to start the day.
Have a very relaxing day.
Yes, indeed.
Well, also, I know with the culture of Italy, it's enjoying the food and it's taking things slower. It's enjoying the food, enjoying the wine, and that's what you've brought here, isn't it?
Absolutely. We are trying to promote a way of living. And with this in Cichetteria, and like my mom, which is the concept of Cichetteria, and my mom, you say, what does it mean, your mom in Cichetteria? Well, in Cichetteria, the owner, usually the chef, which is not a chef actually, is like somebody that learned how to cook very well, Venetian specialties like octopus, bacala, any type of fish, any type of pasta. We buy things the day, for the day, not for the day after. And whenever we finish them, we offer something different. But with that concept, we maintain the freshness of the product and make sure that it's healthy for you, because there's a new product every day. So my mom did the same thing. She used a local butcher, local fisherman, local produce, and she was very scrupulous, going to the mercato and pick their tomato. And, we know all these people, so what is good today? So we used to leave to the farmer or the fisherman, to tell us as well what was fresh and best for the day. And Cichetteria trying to kind of propose this again to the people of Philadelphia now. And by the way, this is the first Cichetteria in the United States.
So now tell me about this wine that you've poured here.
Okay. We have here a Refosco. It's a wine that sees a little bit of oak, about 6 months. This wine was only made initially for to be served fresh. And for the first year in the States, they start importing it. So it sees a little oak for preservation and also to give a little more body, but it still has the affinity to have a little bit of blackberry and the kind of freshness, that the earthiness, and that if you were drinking a fresh wine. This other wine instead is a local wine that I was. This is the Proprietary Reserve 2005 from Penswood Winery, and this is a blend of Cabernet and Merlot. So the best of their grapes are placed here, and it sees over here in oak. So a wine that can sustain the time, made to be aged for at least 10 years. Right now, it's almost 7 years old, and it's at its best, I think. And this is a wine that you can get here by the glass as well. This other wine instead is a Franconia, again, a local Venetian or Veneto grape, where we used to only drink fresh, and now you are able to find in the United States. I'm not sure if you can find at the store though, but if you come here at Cichetteria 19, we always have it.
You're going to have to come here to get it and taste the great food.
Yes, and the important thing, remember, for wine, especially in the summertime, when they say to you, room temperature, what is that? 70, 75, 60? Okay, here at Cichetteria 19, we built a cellar, and that cellar keeps your red wine all year long at 60 degrees, which is an optimal temperature, like it's a cellar temperature for a red wine.
So now I'm going to try this one here, okay?
Yes.
And this is what...
This is the Refosco.
Okay. This tastes very much like something my grandfather, close to what he made.
Oh,
I could really taste that flavor.
Yeah. It has a kind of almost homemade feel to it.
That's exactly what I taste. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
So there's a little bit of what we call earthiness, and sometimes we call it barnyard.
Oh, okay. That's what it does. It tastes so close to it. And now this one.
Yeah, that wine is a little more intricate. It is a little more work. It sees a little more oak, more complexity because of it.
I can taste that. I could taste a lot of different flavors in that.
Yeah, and this is local, ladies and gentlemen. It's a local wine that you are always going to find over here. We have also their Sauvignon Blanc and their Chardonnay. We do a lot of chocolate and wine event, actually, with John and Kira. I'm sure that
you hold events here.
Yes. And every Tuesday, by the way, we have a wine class at 6:30. It's only $19. We teach you what you want to learn. We don't force to you information that you don't want. And usually when you, at the end of the class, you take with you a couple of things. The fact that you're possibly tipsy. And therefore have
relaxed.
a good time. The other thing, it's information that you can use when you go buy your own wine. So here today we're gonna do, before I introduce my mom, I want to just chat a little bit. Everything that you see over here is local. From the eggs, we buy a lot of our product from Green Meadow Farm. Karen, actually, and Glenn Brendel, the owner, he was a former engineer, send us every Tuesday their produce, their eggs, their meat, their ground beef, their flour, you see, look at this, and you can smell this. Their local arugoletta, this is a baby arugula. These are our local eggs. Okay, and my mom today will be challenged to make what for so many years I saw when I was from, as long as I remember, from 2 years old to 15 years old, gnocchi. Gnocchi was a thing that she made every other Sunday. Because they were so
I
good.
grew up that way too. I ate at my grandmother's house on Sundays, and she made that, and that was always my favorite, always.
Yeah, and gnocchi, as you know, they can be made in different ways with different sauces. The important things about this type of gnocchi that she's going to make today is the fact that these don't have a long shelf life, about a day, and then we have to. But in fact, we make it every day. This is Mom. Gianna.
Sono molto contenta di essere qua con mio figlio, mi chiamo Gianna, sono la mamma di Andrea e sono capace di fare da mangiare come il Venetian.
Basically, we are boiling potato. Don't cut it, the potato. It has to be boiled, the whole potato, because if you cut it, now the potato becomes watery. No, there's water filter inside. It holds the water, so they won't be as malleable that they are right now. So right now she's peeling the potato just all way. Again, we're not using no peeler, nothing now. This is how we used to do it 30, 40 years ago. All the cicchetti, all Venetian specialty, and they come from Mama. They come from her recipe. She used about 6 potato, okay, medium-sized potato, Idaho potato. Then she used 2 eggs. She used and the flour to feel. Okay.
You can feel the texture, and you know exactly the way it should be.
Not too soft, not too hard. In Italy, we believe in 3 things: to eat, to drink, and to make love. Everything else doesn't really matter.
And it's all healthy.
Absolutely. It's a simple tomato and basil sauce made with a little bit of roasted garlic, a little bit of roasted onion. We pre-roast a little bit, and then we add it and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Make sure that they are golden, the onions and the garlic, and then we add a little bit of either chicken stock or vegetable stock. If you can eat chicken, you're vegetarian, so we make sure we keep that vegetarian. So in this case, we use a little bit of chicken stock because chicken adds a little bit of flavor. Actually, it adds quite a bit of flavor to it. So we add a little bit of stock, then we place the tomato. They're all Italian tomatoes, this one, which they cook down for about 15 minutes. You do not ever, if you have a good tomato, want to cook them all the way. Just cook them a little bit. All the way just mean you're gonna consume the tomato, you're gonna dry them, and it's not good. Now we have the water you see is moving. There is salt in the water. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna toss the gnocchi, and we're gonna wait until the gnocchi they're very tender.
They float to the top when they're finished.
Yes, indeed. One thing that we do here at Cichetteria, we add a little bit of we do a lot of pesto, like with basil, with parsley, with arugula. So instead to be just the herb being part of the sauce, so what we do, we actually made a way where if you make a pesto, it actually become part of the sauce. So the flavor intensify a little bit, and we do a lot of this using this methodology for almost all our pasta. Just only a minute and a half has gone by. Look, and this is the gnocchi now, just about right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to saute the gnocchi a little bit and only add a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. So we add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. As you see, the sauce is reducing right now. Chop up basil, and we are just about ready to go. So this is the final product. It's a simple sauce. Everybody can make it at home. It's very simple. As you can see, it was very simple to make the gnocchi as well. As I told you, my mom now has her assistant to help her cutting the gnocchi. Delizioso.
Delicioso.
Yeah, delizioso.
Very good. Very, very good.
part of Philly.